Hello everybody and welcome back to A Link to the Past. I am Rufal, playing this game for you. Woo! We're in Ganon's tower, but whether we like it or not, we need to come down here to get this key. This key is not for that door. No. Now we shall head upon optional paths. Sort of. It really depends on how you want to tackle a tower, because there are a lot of... It has a lot of winding, branching paths, but I'm going to use a path which will get us both the map and the compass, as well as everything else we're after. And the map is just over here. There are a lot of dead-end rooms. Most of them have loot, but for the most part, they are exactly that: dead ends with no value. And the loot involved would be rupees, arrows, and bombs. In this case, we get the map. But we're done with this branch, so let's go back to the entrance. Aha! As we can see from the map, well, the tower's kind of tall. It's also not exactly small, but most of our time is going to be spent down on the first floor, seeing as how the entrance is on the second floor. But we're going to go down the stairwell on the other side of the room. Aha! Which puts us right on the other side of the locked door from where we picked up the key. Over here we have a switch. It's going to drop bombs on us, not open the door. So we'll ignore it. We have a button that needs to be held down. Take that. And give me magic. There's the door we want this key for. Don't hang around, the floor will attack. There's nothing to be gained. On to the puzzles. Take that, punk. Go away, punk. Right. Before we begin lighting torches, we need to do some prep work. Because that is the sane way to approach things. Take that. Alright. Are we ready to begin? Let there be light. Aha! Down we go! Out of the way, punks. Now we have a bit of a puzzle presented to us, and, well, we can tackle it using whichever resource we have in greater supply. Either magic with the Cane of Samaria, or we can use bombs. We have bombs in greater supply. Of course, the magic method, it works because the blocks created by the cane can be broken into... can be broken apart into projectiles. And the bombs need a lot of precision to use correctly. But now that we've tackled that... Aha! We can grab stuff. A bunch of rupees we don't need. And some arrows we don't need. Hooray! But more importantly, our compass. Which, yes, I grabbed that last on purpose. Both of the blocks in here can be moved, but... well, why argue with something you don't need to? But unlike before, we're going to continue onward. Aha! Out of the way, punk. Now, if we had continued onward from the map, then that too would eventually lead us to the big key. But I wanted to get both the map and the compass. Alright. Dum-de-dum. Out of the way, you. Aha. Well, that leads us to here, where we're going to need to find us a way onto that platform. However, the enemy on the platform is a bit of a red herring. Just get him out of the way. As soon as we can figure out how to plant our bombs so as to do that. Yeah, we're just going to hit a switch and walk. Whee! I meant to do that. Yes. That comes one of the more puzzle bits. But, it's not as puzzling as it might look. Just add some light and there are platforms. These platforms are here regardless of the presence of the lighted lamp. And that is our entire puzzle for this room. Where is the hidden pathway? Speaking of pathways, if we had continued on after getting the map, we would eventually come out this door. But, yeah, this floor is a great big teleporter maze on its own, so it's hard to really demonstrate that, I guess. Hey, you. Come here. Catch. Aha. Alright. Now, we don't need to light this, but it is helpful. That is not the cane I wanted. I want the one that shoots fire. Alright. If you don't waste your time, then you have just enough and you have just enough time to get across. Now that box over there has some arrows in it. I'm not so worried about getting the arrows. I'm just not worried enough that I'd want to risk dealing with that with the bubble there. So we'll just take the drop and well, this looks familiar, except for the ice. It's fought in much the same way, except our arrows are a lot more powerful than they used to be. Take that, punks. And that is why we want the silver arrows first. Ah! The big key is ours! And, well, now we can actually begin climbing the tower. But we don't want to just use the mirror quite yet. I recommend holding off just a little bit. Up here, if we're in need of health. Berries! 2 with 1 swing. Yes, hold off on using the mirror to get back to the entrance until you've opened this box at least. That way we have the red shirt. No wonder the guys who always seem to take shots in Star Trek wore red shirts. They provide great armor. But no matter. It's time to go upstairs. Aha. There is a lot of climbing to do. Yes. Our foe waits us on the 7th floor. Out of the way, punk. Aha! That. Alright. Push the switch. And make our way across. Hooray! More things to deal with. These guys we need to use the arrows to kill. Well, let's just grab this and move them into position. Because we can do it that way. The other reason, of course, is that silver arrows have that trail of sparkles behind them. That creates a lot of game lag. Like that. And though our mirror shield supposedly deflects beams, it doesn't deflect the beams from those ice statues. Let's go up here and do a little bit of prep work. You, come up to the ceiling. You, also come to the north. Hooray, I'm over here, sucker. Alright. Now we've gotten them out of the way. We can push the switch and walk them back away. There. Apart from the noise, that is a little bit more agreeable. Stride boldly forward. Just until you need to stop. Aha. Alright, if you need magic or health, want to proceed across the gap. How do we do that? By smashing our face into some blocks. Get some bombs, fairies, and a magic decanter. There's nothing else of value in that room. Up the tower we go. No more messing around. Things just die. Have you any magic for me? Yay! On we go. This room will switch to ether because the animation goes a little faster. And it will deal with those skeletons. It doesn't so much deal with these lizard guys. They turn into ice statues, which you'll then have to crush individually in order to open the door. Same thing for these guys. Let's get across the room. Now for some more repeat bosses. Aha! Look familiar? Come on, boy. Aha! Good thing for the sword upgrades. Let's see, bombs, magic, arrows, there's our heart. On we go! To another demonstration of how to make the tiles visible. Ether will make them visible, but only temporarily, so pay attention. It also handily deals with the wizrobes. What we gotta do here is just make a run of fate. Take that, punks. And play with more wizrobes. Aha! Charge! The best did not happen, but oh well. We have so much armor we didn't even notice that we got stabbed. Alright. Time for more puzzles. Because everyone likes puzzles. Don't deny it. Aha! Alright. Now we're in need of some magic. That's just the torches in the previous room going out. Run! It's puzzle time! Or it's time to puzzle. Both are applicable. Here, hold this. You want one too? There you go. In these boxes, we have bombs. Lots of bombs. Guess what we're going to need in the near future? If you guess bombs, you can spot the obvious. Hooray! Take that wall. Oh. Ah. Alright. Now for a little bit of timing. The big question is, what do you want to trap? In my case, it's that magic draining jerk. Aha! Bested. Ah! Another old friend! That is not the button I wanted. I want to look at the map. Yes, there's a large room below us that we'll be dropped into if he knocks us off the platform. Fortunately, our sword is 4 times stronger than it was before, so we'll only need to hit him twice. Oh. Bother. Ah. Ow. Jerk. That does it. There's nothing in the room. There's some whiz robes that we can use in order to regain health, but we just want this guy dead, which will make us a way across. In the form of that box there. What was in it didn't matter. What mattered was that it was a place to grapple. And now, we make our way to the top of the tower. Invisibly. Aha! But we shall take on our boss next time, because it's convenient that way. We'll see you then. Later.